What's up, everybody? My name's Trey, and welcome to another video. And I'm super excited for what I have to present for you all today, because I know a lot of you have been trying to figure out how exactly you're going to make money online, diversify your income, and live the lifestyle that you want to live. And in this video, I actually interviewed Jared, 7-figure entrepreneur, started with Etsy, was dropshipping on eBay and Walmart, and he's kind of found his niche when it comes to where he's making all his money, and that's on Amazon. Because, well, if you don't know, Amazon sells everything and then somehow can get you that same product within a few hours. So we'll be kind of diving into what exactly he's offering when it comes to his Amazon dropshipping agency, kind of the results that you can look to get, and some high-end and low-end questions if you're looking to actually be a client of his agency. Because I really think it's some good information. And if you have some money laying around, might as well invest it and try to make some more, right? But with that being said, if you are somebody that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. You know what? Let's skip the intro. Let's just get into the video, baby.
So just wanted to say thank you so much, Jared, for jumping on the call. Really excited for you to kind of explain your story, kind of what you have going on in the automation space, specifically with Amazon, because I know a lot of my audience is looking to generate passive income, looking to really put their money in places that will make them money in the long run. So, Jared, kind of introduce yourself, explain to the people, why I have you on this call, like what exactly you're offering, and then I'll have some high level and low level questions that somebody might have when they come in and try to join your services when it comes to onboarding and that type of thing. So if you could, Jared, kind of tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Jared. I'm definitely doing things a little bit differently than others in the space. I mean, there's plenty of people that offer automation. You can just search it up on YouTube, and a bunch of people will come up. And so I do gain a decent amount of clientele from YouTube, but I'm doing things different in the sense that my team is out here going to networking events. We have a team. We have a whole affiliate program. Where we're actually meeting people in person to person through people's personal connections, and we're just doing things a bit differently in that sense. But on the actual automation side, we do things very similar to other companies, but we perform at a high level or even better level than other companies. A lot of companies won't tell you the risks that are involved when signing up for automation, and that's definitely a flaw in the system. They treat these like like it's taking on as many customers as they can. And
Right.
obviously, that's our goal too. Our goal is to make money. We are a company, but our goal is also to inform our clients of all the risks that are involved with automation, because there are risks that are involved. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So then how did you get started with dropshipping? Like, it was Amazon the first platform that you started on, or I guess how did you get started with the whole dropshipping and kind of transitioning to an automation essentially company now?
Um, yeah, so I used to actually do eBay. That was my first ever, drop shipping venture. It was pretty good at the time. I was doing some stuff, and then I lost the account actually. So I didn't necessarily, yeah, some stuff happened, and I got out of it. Then I switched over to Amazon. I didn't know what I was doing. Got the account suspended. So then I started learning to do things the right way professionally. I got into Facebook. I was like very early in on Facebook drop shipping when it was like super easy. And then I started getting my friends' accounts, and I wasn't really doing automation in the sense of like for clients. I was just building my team. And what I didn't realize was I was actually creating a team that could offer automation services. And all these other people are doing it. They're making good money. And I was still making good money, but I was like, wow, the potential I have. I created this. I didn't even know what I had created. And that's kind of essentially how I got started.
That's huge because I actually started my drop shipping journey on eBay. We scaled up to doing about $800 a day in profit. And then within 2 months, eBay kicked us off the platform. We weren't able to do anything on eBay anymore.
Wow.
So, yeah, completely understand that. And it was all me. So I didn't have any VAs. I didn't have any type of automation, wasn't using any software. It was literally me just picking random products and listing a ton of day. And it worked out for a little bit, but then it just came crashing down, it seems.
That's
So
impressive.
when it comes to your actual team, because I know you're going to these events, you're kind of meeting with what I would consider to be business people and really growing people's accounts when it comes to investors, people that actually have money. But where is your team located at? Are they, all in the States? Are they overseas? Like, how do you kind of like oversee them to make sure they're doing the right thing? What does that kind of look like?
Yeah, so well, like my sales team is here in the US. The people that handle our account managers, all that stuff is in the Philippines. Every employee's in the Philippines. We have we have a bunch of overhead managers that help me oversee everything because we manage enough accounts now that I can't look at every account individually. So I have to rely on other people to do that. And it would be a flaw in my system if I even tried to look at every account individually. It would be irresponsible on my end. So we have overhead account management, and then we have individual account managers on every single account. It didn't used to be like that. I used to have different departments. And what I started to notice was as we scaled, we ran into issues. And so I quickly transitioned to individual account managers, offering commission, stuff like that. And that was like game changer. And now we're able to grow at a high level. I don't have to worry about really scaling issues. I just have to be good at recruiting, good at training, good at communication within my team, creating culture so people are excited, so we don't have a day where we lose a couple employees and then people are out of account managers. So all that stuff is really important, definitely.
So how does it look when your team actually gets into a client's account to actually run it? Are you using VPNs? Are you using like AnyDesk or some other software? Are they just logging into it specifically in the other country? I don't know if Amazon's like Facebook. I do a little bit of Facebook drop shipping. And obviously, if you sign into your neighbor's computer on your Facebook account, you like will get locked out. So is it kind of the same concept, or how really does that work?
So Facebook, Amazon, totally different animals. On the Facebook side, as far as I know, we are the only company that uses actual proxy servers, which is a different IP address. We set that up for the client. So we're basically renting an IP address in the state closest to the client. Okay, so then we're going to log in there, and it's not perfect. You might get a suspension at the beginning. I have a suspension team. We handle suspensions. We have never ever lost an account or had an account suspended for too much of an extended period. Now, we focus on Facebook shops, but when someone signs up for a Facebook automation package, we do marketplace and shops. But if the marketplace gets suspended, we get it unsuspended right away. So it's not a perfect system in the sense that you might experience one or two more suspensions on our automation service, but it just doesn't matter because we're so good at handling suspensions. We have every automated message to send for any type of suspension or any issue. And then on the Amazon side, it's more about you just kind of share user permissions. It's just a totally different game. So yeah, but the Facebook side, as far as I know, there is nobody else that is renting IP addresses or proxy servers and doing it the way we're doing it. So
So on the Amazon side, what kind of like credit limit, like what's the upfront cost? Like how does that really look? And what are like the ROIs of that, I guess?
um, so the ROIs, it obviously depends on the VAs as well. So it's really
Right.
dependent on our training. The Facebook side, you're looking at 20 to up to 40% ROIs. On the Amazon side, you're looking at the lowest 10, at the highest maybe like 25%. There's cases for individual items being higher, but you also asked about credit, right? What kind of credit does the
Right, exactly.
if they want us to scale the account, you gotta for $30,000 in sales, you're gonna need $15,000 to $18,000 in credit lines to be able to fund that, right? There's the Amazon fees and all that stuff that's in
Right.
that 30,000, but um, and other stuff. But yeah, you need like huge credit lines to get to the $50,000 to $60,000 limit. So it's not for everyone. Anybody can start with Facebook because a $5,000 profit month might be $11,000 in sales, $12,000 in sales. And the cost of goods sold is, three, six, $7,000. It's
Relatively cheap, yeah.
because of those high profit margins. So I definitely suggest for like any beginners. I have a lot of younger clients. I attract a very young clientele. And so they get started with the Facebook side. The Amazon side, that's kind of why we're going to these events, looking for professionals that can open up a credit line. Maybe they have a current business and they can go ahead and just go to the bank, get these huge credit lines. They don't even know how to use them. One of the things we do for our clients is we have a whole funding operation. They don't work for me, but we have credit fixing people and we have funding specialists. So if the client's credit's bad, no big deal. We can fix their credit, refer them to that guy. They get a big discount because I'm referring them. On the funding side, same thing, huge discount, and we get them credit lines, business loans, like all types of stuff. So like we really have it down pat on the funding side as well.
Then how does an Amazon account look? Is there a period where you have to like ramp up slowly? Like I assume you're just not jumping on the account and gonna do 20,000 in sales the first month. Like how does that ramp up process kind of look like? And like let's say you do scale too quickly, like what are some of the drawbacks or some of the restriction that Amazon kind of puts on an account and things like that?
So funny you say that. So I have an account that we started this week or last week, and we have to put it on vacation mode because you don't want to have like a crazy amount of sales within the first week, let alone first month or two. The account got 11,000 in sales in the first week, which is not a great thing. But I mean, I'm talking, I had my record breaking day. We just happened to have the crazy items. We listed 25 items and we had over $4,000 in sales on this account in a day, which is
Right.
like it on by, I think it was the third day of the account, which is insane. So we kind of had to put this account on vacation mode. Typically when you have accounts doing like a day like that, you're not going to have another day where you have like over 1,000 in sales. Like
Right.
it's kind of like spotty, like you'll have like a great month overall, but no one had this client had like 2 other big days. I was like, why is this happening on the new account?
Right.
But for the most part, we're going to try to stay under. And that's why it's usually based on the amount of products we have. But man, these products are just killing it. But yes, it's a slow ramp up period. Third month is when you start to see some numbers that like you like to see, you like to post on your Instagram story and brag about. First 2 months, a bit slower.
So how does it look? 'Cause I know a lot of like, especially Amazon drop shippers have kind of been talking about how they're moving away from drop shipping and going into private labeling. Do you think that's something that, your company might do in the future, or you're just saying, hey, like drop shipping is still super valuable. There's no need to kind of build brands and things like that at the moment, or how does that?
Okay, so actually on the side, I'm working on my own private label brands, mostly because not just because I want my own private label business. I really don't care about that. Everything I do is about scaling and being able to offer to clients. So right now, if I can do it for myself, then I can try to do it for a couple people, and then I can try to offer it to clients. I think the first step, and you hear this with automation companies that have been around for a long time, they switch their clients over if their clients have been suspended too many times or whatever to wholesale. So
Right.
I think that's the first step. That's the easiest way to scale the automation side without drop shipping is maybe going into wholesale. But numbers are never going to be as attractive in wholesale because you're limited to how much items you can purchase, right? Whereas in
Right.
drop
The
shipping,
inventory.
there you're not limited because it's about how
Right.
many pictures you post. It's the most ridiculous business model because you post pictures to make money. People don't
Right.
like to say that, but it's true. In the wholesale model, you're limited to the funding of that client. And then it's like you can do as much product research and as much research as you want, but what happens when there's a black swan event and their items can't sell or something happens and their items can't sell? On the private label side, great profit margins, but I've been working on my store now for I want to say like 5 months, right? And so you go through like the product research stage, you go through like the ordering sample stage, which you can even skip that stage, right? And you're still talking
Right.
3 to 4 months before you even get products in your store. I have my first products arriving in 2 weeks, okay, and I've literally been working on this. I want to say for 4 to 5 months right now, and it's just product research, then the manufacturing phase, which takes another month, then the shipping phase. So if you want to have quick shipping, you're going to be paying a freaking fortune, especially right now. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like the Ukraine and Russia thing war that's going on, but shipping is a fortune. And so if you want normal shipping, the cheapest you can get, it's called I think it's something sea shipping. It's going to take you like 40
Yeah.
to 60 days plus to get your items into Amazon. So just a lot that goes into it. Then the inventory management side, I'm excited to even try to get into that because it's like, okay, now we got to figure out like when these items are going to sell out. How do I get these items back in stock?
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy.
So then, like, what are, in your opinion, like the major drawbacks for when a client comes on? Like, obviously, suspensions, you kind of have to deal with them. Hopefully, you can kind of work around them. But is there specifically things that the client can do that can make the process longer or more difficult for your agency, or how does that look?
Things that the client can do. We actually for most of our suppliers, unless we're doing Amazon to Amazon drop shipping, which is something we started recently that a lot of the bigger agencies are doing to basically get less because the worst violation you can really get is a drop shipping violation. So if you're doing Amazon to Amazon drop shipping, it comes in an Amazon package, and there's still really crazy margins with that, believe it or not. On like Home Depot and other suppliers, we use gift cards. So really, there's nothing really the client can do, but they can basically purchase those gift cards. Like no client wants to purchase $30,000 in gift cards. So our VAs, they're in a group chat with our VAs or their account managers. They'll hit them up, be like, okay, we need gift cards. We had this much in sales. You got to go buy those gift cards and we got to fulfill those orders right away. So it's really just about being responsive, a responsive client rather than someone I got to chase down. And then maybe we go a day or two without fulfilling orders. So you just run the risk of possibly running into more risks, I guess.
So now, why did you switch over to, say, the gift card route? Is that because you're done with their credit card getting dinged and sending it out to multiple things, or like why the gift cards, I guess?
Especially with Home Depot, because that's one of our main suppliers, it just does not work if you're like, especially when you're doing huge volume. Two, the client actually makes more money because we use raise.com. You can purchase the gift cards with a credit card. So you get maybe 2% back with the credit card. And then for Home Depot, for example, you get 2% off typically on the gift cards. You're talking 4% back. It's like
Very cool.
something bucks a month if you're, doing $17,000.
Right. So how many accounts do you run right now on Amazon?
Yeah, we have about 14 Amazon accounts. We haven't been doing Amazon as long as Facebook, and we have like almost 30 Facebook accounts right now. So
And then, so what is the cost like upfront for a client? And then what are they kind of looking like? Credit line are there different like packages that you can choose from when it comes to the split? Kind of just, go over kind of your contract and what that looks like, I guess.
yeah, so the split is negotiable. I like to do 50-50 for the most part, because I do like to try to reinvest into our infrastructure as much as possible. And then also like one of the things I promise is like in worst event, if something really bad was to happen and my suspension team for Amazon couldn't handle it, we'd go out and get a lawyer. We have lawyers on retainer, so no cost to the client. That way, they feel more secure knowing like, hey, worst case scenario, you're at least going to get your money back and it's not going to be stuck in Amazon for God knows how many days.
Right.
So we can get that money back right away. So the pricing wise, Amazon, we do 50-50 for 15,000 as of now, but we will become more competitive down the line and we will be charging very, very soon, closer in line with our competitors because I'm looking at our competitor results and we're doing just as good or better and they're charging a lot more. And then on the Facebook side, it's 9,500 for 50-50.
And then do you have different tiers? So like if it's, 15 for Amazon, do you have another tier that's 20 for a 60-40 split, or is it just one and it's kind of negotiable based on that?
Yeah, it's kind of negotiable. I try to just aim for 50-50 because I'm in it for the long term, just like the client is. But yeah, it's definitely negotiable. I don't have any actually set prices for
So
60.
if somebody has, obviously the upfront cost, what's the lowest amount of capital that, or I guess credit that they would need for Amazon? They say, hey, I have, about 70,000 sitting away. I'm ready to kind of make a move with it and do something with it, but I don't have a very large credit limit. Would you say that Amazon isn't necessarily the move because you obviously need a lot more credit to, fund an Amazon store?
Yeah, it's like why even do it if you can't even like make money with it and we can't scale it. So like I wouldn't start with anything less than 25,000, but like I told you, we have guys who can get anyone credit lines. Like we can open up businesses for our clients, get them business lines of credit, business startup loans. Like there's so many ways to get money out there that people don't know about. Like there's like people, and that's who we have work for us that literally they sell their knowledge on how to get money, like on how to
Right.
use other people's money to make money. So there are so many ways to get money out there. And we help our clients get the money if they're interested. Now, like, like, can the average 18 to 20-year-old maybe get a hold of this money? Not
Right.
as easily, but believe it or not, there's just so many ways to get money out there. If the 18 to 20-year-old can get a car loan for $30,000, then they can also get access to money to fund their business.
And then what does the onboarding process look like when somebody comes on to you as a new client? Are they dealing with you like in a group chat like directly, or they're just dealing with some manager and don't have access to you? How does that kind of look?
As of now, I'm still in every single group chat. I'm responsive. I talk in every single group chat. And I usually hop on calls during the onboarding process. But usually the VAs, the individual account manager will reach out, ask you for all the information they need. And we get you onboarded within 48 to 72 hours. Nothing's perfect. So if there's any issues, the client will call me or I'll call them and we get it settled. So as of now, I've never had a client that it took more than 72 hours to onboard them. So.
Hey, it makes it really nice, especially when they're probably just, putting in their information to Home Depot and other sites that you drop ship on. So it makes it pretty easy, I assume.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I guess what's the easiest way for a a potential client to get in contact with you, like kind of share what that is. I'll have some links in the description down below if anybody wants to go and check out your agency to have a confrontation call with you, or whatever the case may be. But what's the easiest way to kind of reach out to you?
Yeah, I mean, clients usually just book a call with my Calendly link, or schedule via email. Pretty flexible. I hop on calls as late as 11, 12 at night, believe it or not. So really, whatever's best for the client, I can hop on. That's the cool part about working for yourself. I work my hours around my clients. So whenever people need me, I'm available.
And then, so if they just going through like your personal Instagram, like what's a way that they can kind of see results? I know you obviously have a website that'll be linked down there. And I saw you have some other social media specifically for your business. Is that an easy way for people to kind of go see client results and things of that nature too?
Yeah, we're always posting on the personal, on the business Instagram. But I got a bunch of partners. They post our results, our client results, and stuff like that. So we're very active on the social media side as well as YouTube. We post some results. So
Awesome. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on, man. I really hope my audience is going to enjoy it. Obviously, finding ways to create passive income, I would assume is everybody's dream, because I know when I woke up at 6 this morning, I was really upset. So if I could have slept until noon, it would have made it really nice. So we will definitely be in contact, and I appreciate you again for coming on, man.
yeah, thanks so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.
And just like that, another interview in the books. Hopefully I'll have some more of these coming out soon, when I can actually find people that run agencies that can actually get results, that offer some really good perks in their actual contract when it comes to helping you build credit, increasing funding and things of that nature. I want to be able to share that with you. Now, obviously, if you go to the link, you sign up with him, you decide you want to go with his Amazon agency, and they start selling for you on Amazon, I will get a small commission for that. Help your boy make some money. I would appreciate it. But if you enjoyed this video and you are someone that's new to my channel, my name is Trey. I basically make videos on how you can make money online, diversify your income, and financial news that I think is pretty important for you to know. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you in the next one.